Katie, and this is Living in the Now. On my channel, I talk about everyday manifesting, stories and examples to help you to manifest everything you desire. So guess what? Manifesting is actually very easy. I found a way to make it as easy as possible, and I've used my way to manifest everything now. So how do I do this? Well, first I learned that my thoughts create. So anything I say in my thoughts will end up happening. Second, I said I want to know exactly how to manifest every detail of my reality. And then I said I want manifesting to be easy for me. I want manifesting to be as easy as breathing for me. So easy. Then I noticed for all past things, even before I knew how to manifest and did it consciously, I noticed that for all those things that I ever got and that happened or manifested, that all I did was say what I want. I said flat out, I want, and the thing I want. And that was it. And it happened every time. I noticed it happened, but I didn't know why it worked. It worked since I said what I wanted, and I had no contradictory thoughts about it. I said what I wanted, and in doing so, I knew or saw myself as having it. That I'd have it. I want that, and saw it with me, or saw that I would have it. Like a girlfriend, I'd say, I want a girlfriend. I want her in my arms now. And I'd see a person, sense a person, in my presence and in my arms for those seconds that I said it, even if I never met them before or didn't know what they look like. And it worked. So for this type of desire, I made it more specific by making a more specific description of what I want. I call this the wanted story, a story of what I want. So the easiest way to manifest anything is to decide what you want, say what you want, and know by doing so that it will happen and you will have it. What is a belief? A belief is a thought that you keep thinking. So if you keep thinking, I say what I want and it happens, it will happen. It could be an easy, simple thing. Like I wanted a shirt once that I saw on a random person out in the world. And I liked it and I wanted it. So I said in my thoughts, I want that shirt. And then I was internally led right to it. I made a video on this that I'll link below. I've said before I want free food. And that day, a person at work brings me free food. Or a restaurant in town opens and sends free food coupons in the mail. How it comes, when it comes, or where it comes from, that doesn't matter. You just say what you want, or a story of what you want, and know it will happen. Okay, but how do I know it will happen? You know because your new core story you will say will make it so. Say this core story. I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. And then the thing you want, in the wanted tense, meaning saying it in a type of way that makes you feel or know that you will have it. Then it should manifest. If it doesn't, that means you have bad thoughts about your desire. If that's true, replace the bad thoughts about your desire with a new story of what you do want. For me, saying what I do want makes me feel I have it. When I'm upset, a desire hasn't happened yet, that is because I see myself as I don't have it, not having it. How can we make this as easy as possible? First, make this your core story. Say, I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. Repeat that a lot at first, for days and weeks. That will become dominant. Your thoughts create. So that means that thought will create, which basically just means that thought will become true for you. Great. So now when I say what I want, it happens. And I will get it. Okay, cool. And then you start to do this and say things that you want, and you see them happen. You don't worry about how or action. If you said what you want and left it on a good note, you get internally led. You get led in ideas and intuitive ideas just come to you and it feels normal and natural. Like how you think, oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to go to that restaurant. And then you go. It feels that natural when you're led to your desires, or it just comes right to you. Maybe you take action steps, but it is easy and fun as you do so. So just simply say, I say what I want, it happens. I always get what I want. This is what I want. I want thing I want. Why does just simply doing that make it happen? It makes it happen because your story says so. You say what you want and it happens means it will happen. It means you will have it, right? So that's the having of it. Saying I want it, know I will have it, makes it so. So that core story then becomes true, that whatever you decide you want and say you want happens. If it were to happen, that's the having of it. And any and all manifestation and law of attraction people will say how all the techniques, every one of them, at the core is to feel that you have it, or will have it, the having of it. So why not make it easy? Saying what you want and knowing by doing so, you will have it. This covers all that stuff about living in the end, feeling of the wish fulfilled. Pretend you have it now. Act as if. All that stuff isn't even really needed if you follow my directions and do it this way. You've been manifesting all your life. For other stuff before you even knew about manifesting, you didn't do any of those things, and things still happened. Manifesting can be easy. You can just say what you want and it can happen. I've seen it. I've seen it work countless times for me. You don't have to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled, or try to be happy all day. You don't have to live in any type of state of it. I tried all that and it never worked and it took tons of effort and it was just a waste of time. I did it my way and it happened instantly and fast. So make your core story that I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. And then in time, once results to come in to you, you'll automatically know that what you say you want will happen, which makes it even easier and down to just the words of what you want. Like, I want that. I want that. Because you have it known that what you want will happen. So nowadays, all I do is say, I want, thing I want, and it happens. I want a new car just for me. Happened. I want a raise at work. Happened. It works for everything. Now other desires, like a relationship, I make a more specific story of what I want. Because I want a good, specific type of person with good qualities that will last. So either it's just you say your core story, or have your core story down and say, I want that thing I want, and that's it. Or you say your core story and the thing you want, but you say a more detailed story of it. In both ways, you know it will happen. Why? Because your thoughts create. So your core story is a thought that will create, meaning be true. And that story says what you want will happen, so then it does happen. Since your story says it will happen. A quick example is if you want a raise. You'd say your core story. I say what I want, it happens. I always get what I want. I want a raise at work now. After time, you know that when you say what you want, it happens. So then you would just be like, I want a raise at work. You can also add elements of time and ease, like, I want it to come to me and find me exactly where I am now. Or I want to see evidence of this now. Or I want it to be visible now. Always leave desires on a good note. So if it hasn't happened in a while, or your boss says no, you say what you want and leave it on a good note. You would just observe what he said, don't react, and say in your thoughts, I want a raise anyway. I want a raise. I say what I want and it happens now. I always get what I want. I want to see evidence of this now. I want a raise now. And let it be. The only reason in time it wouldn't happen is you must have thought of it again with bad thoughts around it. instead of the wanted story and leaving it on a good note. So to recap, make your core story dominant. I say what I want, it happens. I always get what I want. This means you know if you decide you want something and you say you want it, it will happen. You will have it. Later, make it shorter. I want and the thing you want. Later, if you notice your want hasn't happened yet, realize you probably have bad thoughts about it, and replace those bad thoughts about it with a more detailed wanted story that you will say in detail, and then let it be, and leave it on a good note. Then you just be in the present moment, and stable, and calm, and peaceful, and good. Why all those types of feelings, and why in that type of feeling state? Because you have it down that what you say you want will happen, so you're good. You're just stable, calm, and good all the time. You can say a desire and leave it on a good note, and maybe just have a bad day or just have days where you're upset. But if you left your desire on a good note, that desire is still happening and working in the background, regardless of your mood. So if you have it down that what you say you want will happen, you're good and you have no doubts, and you are, as they call it, living in the state of the wish fulfilled, which is knowing your desires will happen. And this all just happens automatically when you do my method or do it my way. And this has it manifest fast and easy. Say you want it. Know you will have it. Do so by the core story of I say what I want, it happens. I always get what I want. This is what I want now. And it manifests. Comment below. Manifesting is so easy for me. Be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.